Well, I got my cane for a tripod again, and I'm still on vacation. And again, I say because I just posted a video that was literally just me rambling about being on vacation and relaxing and, stuff like not being scared I was going to get stuck on the low toilets at this particular rental house. But so far so good, and I'm like being able to do it without hands. So like I'm getting squats done even though I have a cane and arthritis really bad in my right hip. So I'm proud of myself. Anyway, but that's not what I came to talk about. I'm here to talk about some Hallmark stuff because it's probably been a minute, because I've been pretty terrible about watching Hallmark in the off season. For me, off season is not Christmas, and it didn't for several years it wasn't like that. Like I was watching everything, but recently, between just I've explained this before. This is such a rerun. I feel so sorry for people who like actually watch my videos because I keep repeating myself. But like most of the time I want to watch these British mysteries or my New Zealand mysteries, Brokenwood, My Life is Murder. We were binging Lewis for a bit, Happy Valley, a bunch of stuff on BritBox and Acorn. And that's just been kind of my jam and kind of my like comfort place. And Hallmark hasn't been exactly it's not been exactly working for me, and I think it's mostly me as opposed to, but you know what, I want somebody to answer this question. Is it all me, or this earring's just going to do whatever it wants to do, or is it has there in the last couple years been like a difference in quality for you guys? So maybe let me ask you that question first. That's the first thing, because I want something that I can get into that like kind of pulls me in and then I care. So I'm going to talk about a few movies. So we're going to get out of the way the ones that I tried to watch and couldn't watch. So I wanted to get in on some Christmas in July because it's Christmas in July. And I don't think there were many new movies. I'm going to go confirm that, but I feel like they were doing it for 3 to 5 weeks, but there were, 4 or 5 weeks, but like one of them was going to be Rescuing Christmas, I think, the one that I absolutely love with Rachel Lee Cook and Sam Page that had already been on Hallmark Movies Now, and it was the Hallmark premiere of that. And I feel like there was another one that was like that had already come out like there, and then they were going to do it there on Hallmark, and that they were only giving you like 3 new ones, if that. So I can't remember, but one of them was falling like snowflakes. So the first thing that I noticed about this is that the female lead is the same female lead from Christmas by Design, which if you watch my stuff, you will know that Christmas by Design, I believe that came in last place for me last year. And because her character was terrible in that movie. And so that's worrying, but it's like, look, here's a chance for her to be a different character, and for me to give this actress another chance, because it's not her fault that the character's terrible and that the writing was terrible, in my opinion. So and it's got Marcus Rosner, good old Marcus Rosner, who's in one of my favorite movies of last year. Oh god, the one with you know which one I'm talking about, Luke McFarlane, Ashley, damn it, Peter, is it Vermont? It's a fall movie. I can picture the leaves. It's so good. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite Hallmark movies of all time. Like, that's quality chef's kiss. Go watch that movie. Like, do me a favor, if you find yourself trying to like stumble through like something like one of these that I'm about to tell you about, and you're like me and you're like, oh my god, I'm so bored, go like watch that movie. Or like, I should really like come up with a list of some of my favorite like non-Christmas Hallmark movies that you could go like check those out. But anyway, so I was like, no, I'm going to give this a chance. So it's, I was a little bit fascinated in the beginning because she takes pictures of snowflakes. Like, that's what her deal is, right? And they're showing her like with her camera and the snowflake on the black background and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this you know, this is interesting. Like, how does this work? You know, because I have a very simple brain. And so, like, I went to the Google machine. They're like, oh, yeah, you got to have like super duper kind of lens or whatever, but you can actually capture these snowflakes. And she's basically winds up being on the hunt for this like elusive snowflake, because there are 34 different kinds or something, and she's only found 33. I'm just making these numbers up because I don't remember what it was, but something somewhere in the 30s. And but she's doing this for this like there's that element of trying to save the town, because she's trying to like make money for the community center where she teaches like a photography class, and Marcus Rosner's daughter is in that class, and she gives Marcus Rosner's daughter a ride home. Oh, and Marcus Rosner's daughter is the daughter from the Colorblind movie with, oh my God, why I'm blanking on everybody's name, with Russell, whatever his name is, the one who's always in the movies with Cindy Busby. Completely blanking, but the Colorblind movie is like a terrible movie from a couple years ago, but like one of my favorite movies to review ever. Like, it was so much fun, and I will definitely make that be the something you can click on at the end of this video, because that movie is a lot. Like, I would that movie's terrible, but I would totally recommend it because it's a fun watch, in my opinion. So like, if you're gonna be bad, just go all the way out and entertain me bad, right? Like, that's how I feel about people. Like, if you're gonna be terrible but you entertain me, then okay. I mean, not like evil. I don't mean like that. I just mean like, I forgive a lot if you're funny, if you're entertaining. So but yeah, that was fun to see her. So and then she sees Marcus Rosner, but of course they already know each other from way back. And I forgot, he was like some kind of scientist, but like he says, like, it's a fancy word for weatherman or something like that, but like he knows all about weather. So she's gonna wind up getting him to like because he now drives a snowplow for the city, I believe. Like, there may be more to what he does, but she's gonna big machine, I want to say it's like a snowplow, and she's gonna get him to like drive her up somewhere, like with his expertise, because he knows weather and can tell the perfect kind of, you got to have a perfect situation going on to get this one particular snowflake to fall. And you know, as I'm talking about this movie, I'm feeling like maybe I should go back and finish it, but at the same time I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish it, because while there were that concept I found interesting, I wasn't like grabbed by those two or their chemistry or anything. Like, I wasn't feeling it at all. So I'm probably not going to finish the movie, but if you finished the movie and you liked it, I would love to know. If you finished the movie and you hated it, I would love to know. But that is a movie that I started, and yeah, I think I'm going to leave it where it is. But I got further into that movie, and then the next movie, which is so disappointing because it had Andrew Walker. And not only does it have Andrew Walker, they put glasses on Andrew Walker because they have him being like a professor guy. And archaeologist, I think? Guys, I don't even remember, because I did not watch but like 10-15 minutes of this movie. But it has something to do with, it's called For Love and Honey. And I'm just going to make things up and guess, and then I'll go back and correct myself. And it like takes place in Greece, and he is at a library, and there are some bees there, and the love interest is a beekeeper lady, so she comes in to deal with the bees, but also the spot where the bees are, like, she uncovers something, or he uncovers something, and it's something to do with something historical that he's all into or something. That's as far as I got, guys. I don't know. I was so bored out of my mind, and I can't even remember why I was bored out of my mind, but could not get into it. And I feel like there was something in the beginning. Oh, like their meet cute was him, like, I think she was on a motorcycle and she nearly hit him, or like a moped kind of situation, nearly hit him, and then they have like a kind of thing, you know, where it's that typical, like, we met you, and when I met you, I didn't like you. Now I see you again, I'm like, oh my God, it's you, and you're terrible, and whatever, and they're gonna fall in love. And it has bees in history, or I don't know, but again, on that one, tell me if you watched it. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you didn't like it. And because if you tell me that you loved it and I should go back and no, I'm going to be honest. Even if you tell me that you loved it and I should go back and finish it, I'm probably not going to go back and finish it. I don't think I will. But, let me know. So, okay, let's get to the movie that I watched the entire thing and I loved it with all my heart. And that movie is called, I'm going to put the title right here because I don't remember the title of the movie, but Bethanny Joy Lenz, who's one of my favorites of all time, obviously in my favorite movie of last year with Chris Palaha. And yeah, I haven't had all my, hold on. I haven't had all my coffee yet this morning. Can't remember anything. Biltmore Christmas. Favorite movie of, maybe favorite Hallmark movie of all time. So, and I already loved her. So she's very high on my list, right? And it's in Paris. And she's at this job and she's bored out of her mind basically, and like not having any passion about it, and is remembering when she went to Paris and she had this cheese and she, just like Savoring Paris, I want to say is the name of it. That seems right. But anyway, and she wants to go back and capture that magic and try to get some passion back in her life and kind of figure out what she really wants to do other than just be, kind of stuck where she is right now. So she takes a trip to Paris and she rents a place and this roommate. Oh my God, this lady is beautiful. She's stunning. I've never seen her before in anything. And she's actually French, because I go and look this stuff up when they're doing movies in like places, I like to be like, are they actually using French people? She's totally French, and she is so gorgeous, and I would love to see her show up again in something, because she's not been in any Hallmark before, I don't think. But anyway, absolutely beautiful. But the love interest is the cheese. He runs a cheese shop, and he is absolutely adorable. Construction or some kind of something going on over there. He runs a cheese shop, and he reminds me so much of the guy who, oh my God, why am I blanking? You guys do this all the time. He's in the movie with about the kid who has autism that was really good, the Christmas movie. And I want to say Kevin Bryant is, I think, who I'm thinking of. Or am I mixing him up with the guy from that I'm always mixing him up with as far as names go, who's in When Calls the Heart, who it's not him, but I'll put a picture up and you'll know. But the lead is giving me like a younger French version of that guy, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to adjust the sound over this stuff, but I'm gonna hurry up and try to finish this. Anyway, I love. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and pause for a minute. Okay, so once I finished editing what you've seen thus far, these first 13 minutes, this is stuff that I shot like last week, like over a week ago. And so the tree trimming, the tree cutting down stuff was going on, and so I went inside and it was still like loud inside. I still really enjoyed my vacation, like 5 stars all the way, even with the tree cutting down. But I filmed some more about what I wanted to say about Savoring Paris, and then I deleted it because I just do stuff like that sometimes. I thought that it was already downloaded into my software that I use for making videos, and it wasn't. So that's it. I had technical issues. So anyway, so now here we are a week plus later, and which is okay, because I have some more to add, because I wanted to interject before I forget that, well, this morning on my coffee run, I turned on Deck the Hallmark, and I haven't listened to the Deck the Hallmark guys in a long time because I haven't been watching Hallmark. So I only ever want to listen if it's a movie that I'm going to watch then I only want to listen to them like after I've watched the movie and after I've formed my opinion and stuff so that I'm not influenced, right? But since I'm not going to watch Falling Like Snowflakes, I put that on this morning, and I haven't even gotten to the part yet where they are talking about the movie. But they mentioned Tyler Hynes, and I said, oh yeah, there's something coming on Hallmark that I'm really excited about, which is this Groomsmen trilogy. And if I've already talked about this, I apologize. Because, guys, I can't remember anything anytime. And I can't remember if I told you the story about when I went to go take Motrin in the morning, and I don't remember if I took my Motrin. So, that day I may have taken 4 Motrin, or I may have taken 7 Motrin, and I know that's a lot of Motrin, and Motrin isn't good for you, but it's kind of what I'm doing to get by with this bad hip of mine until we get a new hip. So, anyway, so the Groomsmen trilogy, I don't even remember when it's going to come out. I'll look and see if I can find that out, but I saw something on Instagram about this first a while ago, whenever they first announced this, because I follow everybody on the Instagram, because I'll never not be interested in what Tyler Hynes is doing, regardless of whether or not I'm watching Hallmark. Same goes for Jonathan Bennett, and those two are in this trilogy, and so is BJ Britt, who was in a movie called The Holiday Stocking that I actually liked. It was about I think it's from last year or the year before. These two estranged sisters who, mostly estranged, and their brother who's passed away, their brother was Michael T. Williamson, but now he's a ghost. So when he's a ghost, he comes back as BJ Britt. So they don't know that it's him. I think at the end they sort of, spoiler alert, they sort of figure out that it was him or something. But anyway, I think I remember liking that movie. It gave me feels and stuff. So, but I really like him. So I'm so excited about this. It's going to be like the Wedding Veil movies, except with these 3. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, getting so excited, because I was also, I don't know how excited I was about the Wedding Veil movies when they came out, because I don't remember where I was as far as my feelings about Hallmark and stuff at that time. But because the only Wedding Veil movie that I watched was the Lacey Chabert, Kevin McGarry one, that I always think of as the movie where Kevin McGarry was sounding like he was from Boston. And I remember that some people were having problems with that accent. I think I enjoyed it, and I remember liking it. Maybe I thought it was funny also, but I enjoyed it, and I like him a lot. He's so cute, so handsome. Anyway, so yeah, that's the only one I watched. I tried to watch the second one, and I love Allison Sweeney, and oh my god, I can't even think of who the other lady is who's in the movies with them. It's Allison Sweeney, it's Lacey Chabert, and it's a big blank. This is welcome to 54. Welcome to your 50s. Anyway, so but I couldn't get into whatever the next one was, and which is disappointing, because I know one of them has Victor, whatever his name is, that I really like. So anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I hope that it's going to be good. Fingers are crossed. I love the promo pictures that came out for it. These guys are adorable, and I really can't wait for that. Okay, so back to finishing up for Savoring Paris. I don't know I looked through some of the pictures that I took. I take pictures off of the TV or download them from IMDb or whatever, and this movie really has some of the best romantic lines I think that I've ever seen in a Hallmark movie, or heard in a Hallmark movie. And it is just really well written, and it's not just about this love story. There's also something in there about the word savoring, because she's on this mission to try every single cheese, and he's like, you can't try every single cheese because there's this many cheeses or whatever that we have. And she's like, well, I'm going to do this many a day, and da-da-da-da-da. And then he's basically trying to teach her to slow down, and if you only have one cheese, it should be this cheese. And then there's a story that goes along with that cheese and everything. But there's a story in there about not just being on your to-do list, about, appreciating things slowly and appreciating the moment, and, because that's so important in life to do that, because every moment is to be savored, and not just be, trying to bulldoze through like a list of things that you're trying to accomplish, I guess. So, yeah, that it's a nice little message. And I remember her mom at one point says something like, "You're not just going to give up everything and move to Paris for this man." And she's like, "But I wouldn't be moving for him." Like, so there's this, it's not, because, I mean, that's been a number of movies where somebody's going to up and relocate because of that person. But this would be like, no, I want to be in Paris. I want to be around this cheese. I want to do something that means a lot to me. So because because really it sounds like when they have their, the conflict that they do have, which doesn't, which actually, when it comes up, it works. But at the same time, I remember when he was going to like go in for a kiss or something, and she was like, "I can't." And I was like, "Girl, in this moment, and this man looking like this, like, I mean, I can't talk. It's been a while since I, had a kiss from a hot dude." So, but mostly the conflict didn't, sometimes these conflicts that they have to have, like, you've got to have a conflict at some point. Sometimes they don't. They seem like such phony baloney or whatever, and this didn't seem like that at all. And like, she was still going to stay in Paris regardless of what happened, with him. Even if they hadn't wound up getting together, she was going to figure out a way to like be there. This is where she wants to be. And, even though the two of them basically were kind of going into business together, but, see, now it's been a minute since I watched this movie, so I can't remember exactly what it was, but, I mean, or how that was all going to unfold. But basically, I think she would have probably wound up ultimately staying. Although, yeah, I'm having trouble remembering exactly how I think she would have wound up staying, even if they hadn't worked out. Okay, so I'm going to stop babbling about it. Anyway, go watch this movie. I loved it. The performances are great. The writing is great. It's very romantic. It'll make you want to go to Paris. If you, like me, love cheese, it will definitely make you want to go to Paris and eat all the cheese. And, like, literally, I would like to put that on. That's got to be on my bucket list. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you so much for being here. If you hung in here for all 20 plus 22, 23 minutes of whatever this is going to be, I really appreciate you being here. I'm really going to try to watch some more Hallmark, you guys, because just listening to my guys this morning, the Deck the Hallmark guys, made me be like, oh, I miss listening to them. I miss watching these movies and then like listening to see what they have to say about them. So I'm going to try to do that, to carve out some time because we'll see what happens. There are some more out there that I know I want to watch. So, and there's going to be a Tyler Hines movie coming out at some point that has something to do with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I can't remember what the name of that one is, but it's going to be Tyler Hines. And there are other Tyler Hines movies that I have missed that I should go back and try to watch, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do a Tyler Hines Film Festival for the next thing I do. Anyway, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you so much, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.